So when you're talking about social media content, and this is a conversation I have a lot because it's probably the most frequent question I get in what should I post as far as my organic content for social media. You can have the most slick, stylized, professionally created campaign out there, and it gets you no clicks and no shares, no likes, no comments, no nothing. And I know that because I've seen several of them where they have beautiful pictures, come to our service department, this vehicle's on sale, and they're really beautiful. They're well put together. You could tell they're professionally done. They paid money for them. But it honestly has 0 likes, 0 comments, 0 shares, 0 clicks. And for the last one that I reviewed in particular, it's not like they didn't have followers. They had 15,000 people following the page. But nobody was liking any of the content, which probably means that they're following, they just don't want to see their shit anymore. So you really have to ask yourself, what drives content? What drives clicks? What drives that organic engagement? And it's not, hey, we have this Altima for sale and it's beautiful and you should buy it because here's a great price. That's not what social media is about. And if you're using it for that, I mean, if you're getting clicks and using it for that, then God bless. God be with you. Godspeed, whatever you want to say. That's awesome. But generally speaking, that does not generate clicks. That does not generate clicks relative to the kind of engagement you should expect on social media. What do I mean by that? So if your posts aren't generating at a minimum 30 engagements, that means likes, clicks, and shares, you're doing something, I don't want to say wrong, you're doing something ineffective. Let's just put it that way. So what's my measure for that? By looking up the social media of dealerships that are successful. That's my measure for that. So when you're going back and reviewing your content, how many likes, shares, and comments do you have? How many clicks do you have on the content? That's how you measure success for your store. And I've said it 100 times, all the different people that I follow to get ideas from on what they're doing. Valley High Toyota, Casa Auto Group, Charlie Clark, Nissan in El Paso. There's a ton of them. There's Mopar Brody, who is colorful. I think that's the only word I can use to describe him. But you can't deny his results. He's got 3 million followers on TikTok. And it's a little remote store out in Indiana, I think, somewhere. And dude's their top seller every single month. So, and his videos are all funny. They're all, personable. You can relate to them. And he gets that engagement. He gets the likes, clicks, and shares. So that's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about full engagement. And they're not professionally done. It's literally him and his buddy on the lot standing around a car. Now, I have another friend at Valley High Toyota who takes a lot of care and time on his videos. They're very professionally done. And he does a great job coming up with ideas that are relative to what's going on in the industry, in the community, in the world right now. So he did a whole spring training series that was freaking hysterical. So that's what I'm talking about, is just watch what's going on around your dealership and kind of utilize that as a focus for your video content. I saw another store that their video content, and I think Valley High did this too. That's probably where this store got the idea, because Valley High did it several years ago. They actually talked about their used cars like they were pets to be adopted, like dogs at the dog pound. Oh, look how cute. Look at his shiny exterior. He needs a new home, stuff like that. And I mean, we may think, oh, that's cheesy, but you can't deny his results. There was like 62,000 people that actually clicked or shared that piece of content that I looked at for this one car in their used car lot. So that's what I'm talking about. You can have the most beautiful professional videos ever, but unless you're getting the engagement, you're wasting your money. Make the professional video, the professional photographer or videographer, utilize them for content that actually drives engagement. Ask your sales team, how do they do on their social media pages? Are they branding themselves? Actually connect yourself to their pages and connect yourself to their brand if they are branding themselves and they do have high engagement. If you're going to ask your employees to like, click, and share your videos, make sure it's actually, content that engages. Just because you have, 56 employees at your dealership like, click, and share your stuff doesn't mean you're going to drive up your engagement. Make it make sense. Make it entertaining. Make it educational. Make it speak to the guy who's changing his own oil at home and tell some kind of funny narrative around that story. When should I bring my car in to the dealership if I change my oil by myself and it's making some weird noise? I think I've mentioned obscure holiday calendar, picking anything off of that. I think sometime in May is National Wear 2 Different Colored Shoes Day. That's an easy one. That's a super easy one. Have all the salespeople wear 2 different colored shoes. Anybody who comes into the service department who has 2 different colored shoes gets 10% off their bill. Things like that actually are super simple, easy ideas. They seem to be the ones that drive the most content. Something that's easy to relate to, that's easy to connect with. And I think we spend too much time overthinking our social media content. And that's where I see stuff like I saw today where, again, they were beautiful. They were beautiful posts and beautifully laid out content with 0 engagement. And I hate to see money wasted like that. And 9 times out of 10, the guy who's adding up those pictures for you, is posting those pictures, he's just taking direction. That's all he's doing. He's just taking your direction. Not a diss on him at all, but that's all he's doing. You said, hey, create an ad, really slick, nice, shiny new ad for this vehicle for sale and highlight our killer discount, show that off. And that's all he's going to do. But you have to be a little bit more innovative. You, as the dealer owner, the general manager, have to be a little bit more creative with how you come up with those ideas for content, because otherwise you're just gonna be left with a big fat bill for beautiful creative and no real ROI on the other end of it. So follow some people at other dealerships to get ideas on content that drives engagement. Follow a couple of hashtags too. Like on TikTok, you can look at trending videos. You can put automotive. You can put in mechanic fail. You can put in customer states. That's a really good one. So I would really highly recommend following some of those trending hashtags with regards to the automotive sphere, and then guiding your content strategy around some of those ideas. The Casa Auto Group, he follows all the TikTok trends, and they get a really good engagement from it. So find your strategy, whichever platform that you choose to capitalize and maximize your presence there, and be creative. Don't post, this car has $10,000 off and it's beautiful. Just stop it. Just stop it. And I've said that 1,000 times. But stop wasting your money on beautiful creative with no educational or entertainment value to it, because you might as well just go lay your money in the street. You're wasting it. Spend it on good quality content, creative ideas, and that's going to actually drive your engagement and get you the new eyeballs that you need to get. That's all I got for this week. Happy selling.